does a heart beat? When we think of heartbeats, we think about boom, 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 boom. Remember I mentioned that our heart has these pumps inside of it? As it pumps, it pulses through our body. And that's our pulse. That's how we know we're healthy. And in a minute, I'm going to show you how you can listen to that pulse and figure out what your heart rate is. And we're going to talk a little bit more about heart rate and how blood moves through our body in just a couple minutes. If you want to do this activity with me, what you'll need to find is a toilet paper tube or roll, or a paper towel roll, one of those cardboard tubes. Find a funnel, or you can also use the top of a soda can, one of those soda bottles. It's got the lip on it and then it's plastic shaped. You want a funnel, right? And some tape. I'll meet you back here in just a couple of minutes. All right, my friends, so if you would like to listen to your own heartbeat at home, you can make a do-it-yourself stethoscope. Stethoscope is the thing that doctors use to listen to your heartbeat. So if you've gone to the doctor, you've probably had a stethoscope. They hold it up to your heart here and listen to how many times your heart is beating. I made one of these using a toilet paper roll, a funnel, and some tape. So you can make one at home, listen to your friend's heartbeat. You just use your funnel, hold it up to where your friend's heart would be, which is right around here, and listen. And you can see just how fast their heart's beating. All right, everybody, so we're back again, and we're going to be doing an activity here, still related to our heart. You may recognize our heart model that we talked about earlier. Now, I want to talk about how our heart beats, or how it pumps. So the heart is separated into two sections. Each section has an atrium and a ventricle, and they work together as a team. The atrium fills up with blood, and then it dumps into the ventricles. The ventricles will contract or squeeze, and then it pushes the blood from the ventricle out into the body. And then while the ventricles are squeezing and moving that blood into the body or into the lungs, the atrium will refill, and it gets ready for the next contraction, the next squeeze. Our heart, each one of these chambers, holds about 2.5 ounces of blood. 2.5 ounces of blood. So each time that it pumps, it moves that 2.5 ounces to a different part. So if our heart pumps 70 times a minute, it's moving a whole lot of that blood, isn't it? In fact, it's moving about 5.5 quarts. This is 1 quart. 5.5 quarts per minute through our body if it pumps about 70 times a minute. Most adults have an average heart rate of 70 beats per minute. Now, if you exercise, do you think that is faster or slower? Right, your heart beats faster when you exercise. It needs to move that oxygen to the muscles a little faster. Now, we have a cool experiment here today. My friend Alice is going to be helping us out with it. You may notice we've got some liquid in here. That is 5.5 quarts of liquid, so as much as a heart would pump in a minute. And we have some containers here. We're going to be using this one. This is actually a fruit cup container, and it's almost 2.5 ounces. But you can use other containers too if you do this at home. Got a few of them here that are about 2.5 ounces. So here you go, Alice. What her job is going to be in just 1 second is to move all of this blood from this container to this container as fast as she can. We're going to see if she can be like a heart and move all 5.5 quarts to this container in 1 minute. Okay, so are you ready to get started? Okay, so we're going to time 1 minute from now. All right, we've got 1 minute from now that's coming, and start. So while she's scooping that up and moving it there, you gonna want to go faster, my friend. I'm going to talk a little bit more about our heart while she's scooping, and then we'll come back to checking in on her once a minute is all done. So let me know when a minute's done, my timer over there. Okay, so we mentioned that as you exercise, your heart will beat faster, right? That's because it needs to move the oxygen faster to your muscles, which you may have learned a little bit about with Miss Chloe already. So as our muscles work, they use up oxygen. In fact, Alice here is even using her muscles in her arm. Right now, her heart is probably beating a little bit faster to push that oxygen out to her muscles in her arm. All right, friend, you want me to take over? You're doing awesome. You guys at home can even cheer on Alice. Say, go Alice! Now, Our heart is a specialized organ. That means that it only has that one job in our body. It needs to pump the blood. So it's really good at doing that. And Alice has a lot of jobs. She's a really great cook. She likes to draw a lot and color things. She is a great giggler. I will say she's got good giggles. She also really likes to play outside. Here, I'll tilt it. Get some more. She really loves to play outside. And then, oh, we've gone over a minute, haven't we? Oh, okay, pause. All right, you can leave that in there, my friends. And let's take a peek at how you did as a heart. Now, like I said, our heart has one job, to pump that blood, and it does it really well. Alice has a lot of jobs. She's not normally used to just pumping blood, right? Is this new to you? Yeah, so she didn't do quite the same job that a heart would do, but you can see the difference in the levels here. That's a whole lot of blood to move, right? So here's all that's left here after Alice did her pumping for a whole minute. Pretty amazing, huh? All right, high five, my friend. Well done. You were a great heart for a small amount of time here, but I think maybe we'll leave the professional pumping to the actual heart organ. What do you think? I agree. All right, my friends, we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out with us.
MOSH Connect relies on support from our community. If you like what you just saw, please consider donating at www.themosh.org and give us a like on social media at MOSH Jacks so you can stay connected.